Hey everybody, it's me Lex and I'm back again doing a review of this game. Alright? This game is called Scrapland. It was a very like ahead of its time type of game. I mean, this game is incredibly awesome, especially when you have a new computer now these days with new technologies. I mean, look at this box. I mean, it got me wondering because it says American McGee. And American McGee is known for making a game called Alice. Alice was one of the coolest games back then. It was one of those third person, and you play as Alice, and it's Alice in Wonderland, very dark, and I'm gonna be making a review about that game later on, but it was using the Quake engine. Now this game, Scrapland, this is the box cover, fully detailed, but this game was very high demanding for a graphics card to play this game. I mean, I bought this game for $19.99 when it came out. Look, it requires only 256 megs of RAM and a 16 speed CD-ROM, 800 megahertz Pentium 3, but the recommended requirement is a 1.8 megahertz Pentium 3 with memory of 512. The graphics card is just asking for 64 megabytes of video RAM. That's it. But if you have a graphics card that was more than 256, it'll run alright. But since this is a DDR3 graphics card I'm using, I'm playing this on a Windows 8 now. So you can actually download a patch. If you actually bought the game, you can download the no CD crack, because there was a Star Force protection on this game. Well, before I continue on the game, let's look what's inside the box. I know I have one of these selfie. Better put this away. Ah, man, I'm eating on it. Okay, this is Scrapland. The box cover, incredibly nice, and the storyline is just like that movie Robots starring Halle Berry. And this game came out before even that movie came out, but it's the same story. You know, where you're in a world of robots, and you just have to, you know, just go with different stories of chapters it has. That's what's inside the box. No registration or nothing like that. Everything is digitally registration through the CD-ROM. So this is disc 1. You install this. And disc 2, you install, you know, and then you have disc 1 as the play disc. The instruction manual, is it colored? Yes, it is. Beautifully printed. In high, I mean, the DPI resolution on this printing, it looks incredible, you know. But the graphics I noticed about it is that it was very high demanding, you know. I mean, I had a 6800 PCI Express that time playing this game, and it was still running choppy. But now I have an AMD APU A10 processor running dual graphics mode with the dual you know, having a crossfire effect. So look at this, it's 1080p. I know, and it's running more than 60 frames per second. I know that because the refresh rate is going incredibly fast. But look at, I mean, looking at the detail, let me zoom in. You can see it moving, you know. If you were actually witnessing this in person, besides being in the camera, you can actually see the full detail in 1080p. And the dialogue is, see?
I'm at your service.
Tell me, what is the Great Database?
The Great Database is a machine.
I skipped the dialogue, but to tell you something about this game is that you don't even need to read the subtitles. It already has its own voice acting. And for a compression on this game, it's less than not even a gigabyte.
Full name and references.
And you can actually see the credits already rolling as you're playing the game. This is the beginning. This game reminds me of Star Wars mixed with a sandbox gameplay of Grand Theft Auto a little bit, a bit of Tron. But American McGee is very known for making awkward games, you know, like Alice or Bad Day LA, which was ahead of its time as well, like looking like a Dave Chappelle. But Bad Day LA was, I made a review of that already. So the graphics on that game was not good, but this is incredibly nice. I mean, right out of the box, if you have a newer computer playing it at this time, you can actually see the full resolution of this game.
What bad luck. There's only one vacancy.
Let me see if I can. I
You
can't
interested?
skip this,
I
can I?
don't know. What does a reporter do? Very little. Pictures and articles for the Chimera paper. Are you interested? Well, all right. I've already entered your personal details. You're expected at the town hall in 10 minutes.
This game was so, like,
in the
ahead of its time. I'm telling you, because looking at it, like even the map, and then I mean, the controls is great too. It runs smooth. And let me see. Too bad it's only meant for keyboard and mouse, because I can't get it functioning on my Xbox controller. But if you have a Bluetooth controller, like my Red Samurai, because this has a switch there that has keyboard mode or gamepad mode. Keyboard mode actually makes it work, and this is actually the mouse. So it actually works perfectly with that. But I have it just running as a regular Counter-Strike style controller, you know, WSAD.
How you doing?
Hi, I'm Berto, your fellow colleague. I was waiting for you. How's it going?
Hi, I'm Berto. So,
Chimera.
my review on unboxing this, there's not too much, you know, about the box, but what you get out of it, you get, I mean, you get more than what you paid for. I paid only 19 bucks, and I don't know if you can actually get this in Steam, but you can actually get it in one of those ISO images and stuff like that. But I got the original, guys, so it runs. Look at that. It's, the refresh rate on the game is running more than 60, I believe, or and the frame rate is going on. I remember if I had fraps on, it actually shows that I'm running about like 90 frames per second. So if you're witnessing this in person, not being on this camera that I have, it's so fluent, you know, very, very fluent. It's like you're controlling a real DreamWorks movie. Not like a Pixar, but it's more of a DreamWorks style movie gameplay. Some characters are identical to you know, like the Fifth Element, like the Montezumas, and the robot character himself reminds me of mixed with Shark Tales a little bit. And then
I'm just trying my brand new gun.
I do like the atmosphere when it shows the cantina scene. I'm gonna make a second review about this, but look at that! Wow. It's so vibrant, and especially when you're driving, it shows a full sandbox of the city, kind of like the city scene in Star Wars Episode 2.
And let's go to Rusty's.
And this is not video, this is actually pure gameplay. And it's really cool. I wish they could make games looking like this, like without asking too much of a system requirement. I mean, back then it was kind of, you know, harsh, you know, but now this game still stands out till today. Looking at the texture, zooming into it.
Is there anybody home? Hi, Sputnik. Good to see you.
And that's one thing I gotta talk about. You know, when you're looking at games nowadays, whatever happened to PC gaming? I mean, games that are coming out on consoles, they're just doing ports. There's a little bit of enhancement, but yet it's asking so high demand on their games. Like Mortal Kombat X, I have that, and it was so demanding that I had to upgrade my I actually had to put a graphics card now instead of using pure APU just to play that game smoothly. I mean, like the new Batman Arkham Knights is coming out, and I saw the requirements on it. It's now requiring, because most games now only require 4 gigabytes. Now they're going 6 gigabytes of RAM, you know, and this game only requires 256 megabytes of RAM. And it looks like a game that's going to be high demanding too. So I use this as a showcase on my computer most of the time, or benchmarking, but this is not really a good example of benchmark game. That's kind of I mean, how old is this game? When did the game came out? When did it came out? In 2004, so this game's already a decade old, because it's already 2015. But for a decade old game, it's really standing out for itself. So, I thank you guys for watching. This is just a quick review on this game. So, and plus the unboxing, because what you get out of the box, because I actually bought this, you know, way back at Electronic Boutique before they were called GameStop. You get the instruction manual, the flip open box, you know, because PC Game Box was already in that default size, not having a clamshell cover yet. And you get 2 CDs to play the game. So now I'm going to go explore around Scrapland, because I haven't even explained about the story, but please, Wikipedia this game. It's really incredible. And please, for that company, American McGee, please develop more games. I'm waiting for your next sequel. Thank you.